The Democrat bitter bunch. That's the focus of tonight's angle.
Genocide and war.
Because angry women get things done, and we need to get things done.
No borders, no walls, no USA at all.
Well, they're great at anger and fury, but think of what Democrats and their supporters on the street are not celebrating. A record stock market across all three indices, record low unemployment, record consumer confidence, and record gains for female black entrepreneurs. I could go on and on. In other words, the happier you are, the grumpier they get. Trump's economy and deregulatory moves have made it easier for businesses to grow, and it puts more money in the pockets of hardworking Americans like you. But Democrats, frankly, are fine with your being miserable. Why? Well, they want to control you. They're a broken-down party running broken cities. Do you want the entire country to be run like Chicago or L.A., where there are a lot of poor people and a lot of rich people and a tiny middle class shrinking? Miserable conditions, homelessness and despair. Republicans, yeah, they were depressed during the Obama years because I guess a lot of us saw our treasured institutions under assault. But we were still hopeful and we wanted things to get better. But I'm getting to think that Democrats mostly enjoy being miserable, unless, of course, they're bossing the rest of us around. Call them the unhappy party. They're unhappy with each other. They're unhappy with America's founding, our culture, our traditions, our historical figures, almost our entire American story. Remember how back in 2016, the media talked about how angry Trump supporters were?
They're angry and it shows in their faces. They're not happy people.
The crowds he draws, they're all white, and they're scared, and they're very angry.
They're very loyal, and they're also, like Donald Trump, very angry.
But you look at the Democrats today, they never look like they're in a good mood. They're always complaining about something and never want to work with President Trump on any issue. But Trump, he's going to spend the next year plus, he's going to go town to town speaking about the American renewal that his policies have helped spark. Now, sure, he's going to hit the Democratic field really hard, too. But I think this campaign is mostly going to be between two competing visions of America. One fairly dark, and one, let's keep the good times going. So do you really trust Biden or Warren or Harris to spend your money and set your family's priorities? When Americans are at each other's throats, Democrats are happiest because that's when Americans, they hope, will want government to step in and decide everything for us, protect us from each other. Radical thinker Saul Alinsky understood this. His 10th rule, and the rules for radicals, the major premise for tactics is the development of operations that will maintain a constant pressure upon the opposition. Well, today's Antifa thugs who maraud the streets looking for people to smash over the head are angry Alinskyites, hoping to provoke violent conflict and even a civil war. Revolutionaries in their minds, these mass morons, think that stoking violent street conflict will result in a more just society. But of course, it would result in less freedom, more poverty, with maybe a small coterie of rich people running the whole show. Read your history, kids. That's always the way it works out. And smile every now and then. And that's the angle.